What's up, everybody? I'm Jamie Gilmore.
And I'm Eddie Rocker.
And welcome to another episode of the EL2A podcast.
Welcome back.
It's been a while, and we're having some technical difficulties. We ain't gonna lie. We're having problems with our audio, a lot of other things, but we're back now. We're about to be more consistent with what we're doing. It's a great time for us right now. Just with Cut Different as a whole, just for this podcast, we want to take it to the next level, start inviting guests on as well. Just make this a big deal. So if you know anybody, y'all know anybody y'all want to see from our community on this podcast, drop it in our comments. Let us know. We're going to bring people on and make it more informational. Start really giving that game back, that guidance, attention, motivation, that education. So right now, so as we're recording this coming up this week, so when you hear this, it'll be going. We had our fall fundraiser coming up, and we want everybody to join. It's a pretty big deal for us. It's our first fundraiser that we will be having, and we're gonna call it the Be the Change You Want to See fundraiser. So Be the Change You Want to Be fall fundraiser. And the whole gist of it is to raise money to help us grow. We're in a time right now where there are things we have going, and we want to continue to grow. And in the process that we are in the position that we're in right now, we want to invite more kids on. We have 6 kids in our pilot program right now. We want to double in numbers. There's a lot of other things. We just want to grow. So what we asking people to do, if you remember the ice bucket challenge that was going on a while back, it's similar to the ice bucket challenge, but you don't have to put ice on yourself. All you got to do is challenge, make a video saying you donated to the Cut Different Be the Change You Want to See fall fundraiser, and you challenge 3 other people to donate as well. So there's a big opportunity for the community to get involved, and the name comes from our current time right now. There's so much division in the world, and we want to show that people can come together and really make a change. And our organization is here to make a change. So as a community and as everyone, we want people to pour into us so we can help create that change. So so that's the fundraiser. I don't know if you have anything to say about the fundraiser.
No, you good.
So that's the fundraiser, but we're gonna get right into it. We're not gonna hold it on. So what we today we're gonna talk on the topic of the fourth quarter. So if you don't know, we do a thing.
Your foes up.
Foes up for sure. So we do a thing called the Minute of Inspiration, and we have been we did 2 weeks of this. First week I went on, and just this past week Eddie and he talked on the topic of the fourth quarter. And he went in depth, and it kind of touched me in a sense too, because it's important. It's important to us to know that we're in the fourth quarter of this year, and the importance of what we need to do and how we need to handle this situation. And Eddie touched on some things, so I'm gonna let him start off and just dive a little more deeper into that topic, or I guess what he was trying to get across in his message. So that was the Minute of Inspiration. If you haven't seen it, we launched it on our Facebook page. You can also look on our YouTube page as well to see it, but check it out.
All right, so basically that topic came up because, again, the circumstances that we are in right now in this day and time, everybody, we've been faced with, this whole pandemic, and it kind of threw people off course. However, we know that in the fourth quarter, nothing else matters. Whatever happened between the first and third quarter can be changed due to circumstances that we can change, the things that we can change. And those dynamics have to be pretty much are conditioned by the conditioning you've done to prepare for that fourth quarter. Just like in football, the scenario that I use with sports, in football, you are given a conditioning routine throughout from the summer, spring practice, then you're ready for the fall. But the conditioning that you do up until that point, when football actually starts, it will prepare you for that season or for that fourth quarter. And I mean, just to equate that to life, you have to condition yourself, from prior mistakes, prior lessons learned, the blueprint from other people, condition yourself to be successful. And if you run that course, if you follow that blueprint, or if you condition yourself, let's say financially, you have a financial plan on how you want to succeed in life, or what type of savings you want to have at the end of the year. If you stick to that plan, you will be successful in reaching that goal that you have. But you have to prepare yourself for it in that fourth quarter. So now that you're in that fourth quarter, with everything that you face, you still been saving. You still been doing the same things that you needed to do in order to build on the past, to build on the amount of money that you want to save at the end of the day.
So when I think about the fourth quarter, I think about the past game that just the Lakers game that just went off. I don't know if anybody's sports fans, but if you are, you know what I'm talking about. So you got the last second shot with Danny Green in the NBA Finals, fourth quarter, to win the championship. You know what I mean? The NBA title, and LeBron drive and passing the ball. And he missed a wide open shot. And I'm going to try to put an image in. We're going to drop an image in the show if you don't know, to see how wide open he was. And we're talking about a professional athlete. So that means he's been practicing for this moment all his life. Just shooting basketball. You're a professional. This is what you get paid. You get paid to make these 3-point shots, and you missed it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what separates the good? That's what separates the good from the great. The great don't miss that shot. Mm-hmm. And even in that moment, it's like, man, like, what made, like, I don't know, what was his trainer thought? Was he too scared, or was he not ready, or like what goes into it? But that translates to life, because when the fourth quarter is around, you got to be ready for that moment. You never know when that moment's gonna be there for you to take your family to the next level, for you to be in a place to do the things for your family. And when you get the ball in your hands, it's like you can't shy away from that moment. So and then that made me even think about, because you have some people that think, so you say LeBron, or they like, why LeBron passed the ball at fourth quarter? He should have made the shot. But it's like 3 defenders that block him. Mm-hmm. But when you on a team together, each achieve more. That's what a team is. Mm-hmm. I should be able to, if I'm a key player and I'm doing something and I attract more attention and you wide open, I should be able to pass the ball comfortably to you, knowing you're gonna make that shot to take us to the next level.
That's what you have to see. Like, has he been in those games before to make that fourth quarter shot, to make that final shot? In a sense, and I do believe he's been in the finals before, where
he just won the championship last year.
Okay, well, did he have to make the final shot?
He made a lot of shots. He didn't have to make the final shots, but he made a lot of key shots last year. He just was in the same. But to answer your question, he just won an NBA title last year with the Toronto Raptors.
Right, but that final shot was something that LeBron is used to taking that final shot. Kobe is used to taking that final shot. Michael Jordan is used to taking that final shot. However, he had never been in that position to, I'm not disagreeing with you, because yes, he should have made that shot, as to be this millionaire, to shoot threes. He should have made the shot. However, but had he ever been in that position to miss a shot, lose the game, and have to go back and reflect on it, so now he can go back and work on that game to prepare for that fourth quarter of that situation again.
But some situations that might be even harmful. That might have been harmful, because that may put him in a shell. Well, now he trigger shot. You know what I mean? That ain't good for everybody. Everybody don't learn in that way. Right. But I just don't understand. And that's the first thing I think about, because it's like, with people's life, we put in that situation so much. And I think, when you come in the fourth quarter, obviously the quarters leading up to the fourth quarter, like they help you out. Like if you're doing what you're supposed to do the first 3 quarters, the fourth quarter will be a little easier for you. But if you get put in that run in the fourth quarter, it's all about your heart at that moment. It ain't like everybody tired, you know what I mean? So we come to the fourth quarter of the year, you done been through whatever, COVID, job losses, everybody. So you might hear the excuses, I'm tired. I've been through a lot this year, I'm tired. Toughness. And mental toughness. Like everybody's tired at this point. Right. So we at a point in the year, so everybody's tired. So it's almost pretty much an even playing field, because we all tired. It's just, this is what the strong, when you get that strong survive mentality, because this is what it's gonna push you over to that top. Because like I said, everybody's tired, but that person that got the heart and got that mental mentality to take it to the next level, those are the ones that's going to succeed. So it's like, who or what, like, I don't know, I guess it's born or just a person, but like what triggers Kobe to do that? Kobe not missing that shot. Michael Jordan not missing that shot. So what's the difference from him and Danny Green?
I think I got an answer for that. The great motivational speaker, E.T. Eric Thomas is a top motivational speaker that Jamie spoke about a while ago, but he made that on one of his videos. He said, winners win and losers lose. Yeah. And simple as that. You go back to Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. They're great. Mm-hmm. So they're a winner. So they're gonna make sure that they make those shots in tough situations like that. So that essentially separates a Danny Green from a LeBron James. He wasn't at that point. He wasn't a winner. He made that shot, or he missed that shot as a loser. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't conditioned to win the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but Danny Green known for shooting threes though, right. And like I said, and other people, even in your situation, we can relate this to your life. Like, you could be the top person at your job, or you known for this, but in the fourth quarter when we are dependent on you, and it's time for you to do whatever that your specialty is, you're not there for it. So I promise. And even when you think about mindsets, and when you think about having that mentality, that Mamba mentality, when you try to instill that in other people, I just don't understand. I mean, I guess that, you can't say I don't understand it, because you don't know why people think the way they think.
Right.
But me as a person, I kind of find myself, when you're working with certain people and they don't think the way you think, it's like, man, like, why you just ain't execute? You know what I mean? It's like, you got to have a mind of execution. You got to trigger yourself. So when it comes to failure, so and then something else that is popping in my head, you think about, so we want to go to, if there's a kid watching this and you think about fourth quarter, so we coming to the final 9 weeks and your report card about to come home, because I was this kid. So we think about the report card. So you come on, your report card home, and you come home and you got a D or F, and you tell your mama, oh, the teacher, she ain't put that last grade in. I got a grade they about to put in. It's like, nah, like, the game over. Like, when that report card come home, the game over. Just like as a football game, what it say on the scoreboard, that happened. You can say all that about the refs was cheating, all this didn't happen, he was holding in. See, man, when the game is over in that quarter, when you get that 9 weeks and you report card home, you got the D's and F, the game is over. It's in the system. So we don't need excuses. So I think it's within the community, within I guess the people up under our voices that hit us, man. What we want for y'all to, like,
live every day as if it's the fourth quarter.
Live every day.
Because if you're thinking, and with that same scenario, let's take it. So for me, because I was that child, I get my progress report. I know I'm coming up on the last couple weeks of school of the last 9 weeks, and now I'm doing all the work that I can. Like, I'm making sure I'm turning all all of my assignments. I'm studying even harder for quizzes. Like, hey, let's do a group session or whatever the case was, to make sure that I made those good grades. And it's just crazy, back to pretty much to that same scenario that you just gave, though. But if I would have had that mentality, or if we use that same fourth quarter mentality from the first 9 weeks to the last 9 weeks, then my grades would have been A's and B's from from the beginning of the year all the way to the end of the year, or from the beginning of the week, that first week of that first there 9 weeks to the last. So, and again, in life, we still got these 4 quarters, and if you equate that fourth quarter mentality from the beginning of the year through the whole entire year, you'll be winning. So it's a mentality thing that you have to know what you want. You have to know what's the end goal in mind in order for you to succeed. Because if not, then you'll find yourself in that situation where now you've been defeated by life. You've been defeated by your job may lay off, or not even lay off, but your job may not be giving that many hours, and now you're not able to achieve that goal that you're trying to achieve, as far as saving a certain amount of money. But if you prepared yourself for it, then you can strategize ways to come out on top.
So just even think about that fourth quarter. So because when we do our minute of inspirations, it's kind of like whatever on your heart type of deal. Like, you talk about what's on your mind. So for you, when you think about, you came up with that fourth quarter topic, where did that come from? Is there anything that peeled that off?
That was just from sport.